Welcome, everybody, to this week's episode of the Fresh Squeeze podcast. I'm here, Justin, your host, here with Jeremy. We're back with another topic of discussion for you to listen to.
Yes, we are back.
So, we haven't had a discussion on music in a while.
No, we haven't. It's been several episodes. I don't even think we've had one this season.
I don't think so. So let's get musical.
Let's get musical.
So we're going to start off our discussion talking about our thoughts and opinions and just some general discussion on music videos.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to talk about some pros and cons, maybe some things you never really thought about with that topic of music before. We'll talk about some different types of music videos, ones that we like the most, ones that we don't like. And then we'll go down and talk about some other music related topics. Maybe do a little bit of year in review. Got some opinions on music awards. So let's get down to it.
Let's get down into it.
So with every major music artist or group or just the biggest songs out there,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I was trying to think of it, but I didn't look it up or anything. I mean, music videos have been a staple with accompanying music for decades
For
now.
a long time, yeah.
Like, they've been, I'd guess, at least since, like, I mean, they were still big in the 60s and 70s, maybe even before that.
Yeah, so.
Like, you know, even, yeah, I don't really know even.
I couldn't even tell you that, like, when they started. Probably should have looked that up.
Could have looked it up. I would guess, you know, the modern music video probably birthed in, like, the 70s or 80s.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they were still back in, like, probably the 50s and 60s. Like, yeah, I don't know. But you get the idea.
I just looked up on Google, and Google says that, it says, although origins of music videos began with the musical short films that appeared in the 20s, they really came into prominence in the 80s with MTV.
That makes sense.
So realistically, MTV birthed the music video.
Right.
So.
I guess before that, it was the only way to really see them perform was see them live.
Yeah, and I feel like even before that, even if there was some, they probably weren't like videos that went with the music. They were probably just like music over like some, you know, a video, like I said, just like short films, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Or just like literally just a video of their performance.
Yeah.
But when you think of a music video, it's not. Sometimes it could be just the band or the performer just, you know, belting it out, jamming.
Yep.
But nowadays, a lot of times, it almost seems like
it's like a whole production.
It's a whole production. It's sometimes it could be a straightforward video, or a lot of times nowadays it's a very interpretive and artistically crafted thing.
An artistic outlet.
Yeah. Because, I mean, when you have just a regular song that is, like, considering music by itself is a completely auditory experience.
Yeah.
It's almost like the music artist wants to be able to, like, visually show you
what you're listening to
and how you feel while you're listening to it.
Yeah.
And, because, like, I guess depending on the genre of music, the videos can get kind of confusing, kind of trippy, kind of
so. Yeah.
Off the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we want to talk about it, because, you know, with the release of an album, going on YouTube nowadays, watching the music video is as big of a event as it is listening to the music.
Yeah.
Because I know we've talked about this before. I guess if you want to maybe explain a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
What is your view on the modern music video, and how do you think it works in harmony with the song it accompanies?
Yeah. Now, like, I'll say honestly, I don't watch a ton of music videos.
Right.
And it's not because, like, I'm like, oh, the music videos are bad. Like, it's not even that. I don't know. Whenever new music comes out, my first intention isn't to, oh yeah, let me go look up the music video on YouTube or, you know, check it out. Because I mean, even though music videos are still very popular,
And they can be cool.
I just feel like they're not. I almost want to say like they're not like the same as they used to. I feel like early 2000s to like the early 2010s was like and I mean, besides like the 80s, the original, or like from our era, ours was like the prime music videos. Whereas like now, I almost feel like some artists probably just do it out of necessity because they have to because it's been going on so long.
True.
But I mean, there definitely are some very good music videos out there that I've seen. And yeah, when a music video, when they make it to where it's not so confusing that you're just watching this, and you're just like, what am I watching, and how in the world does this pertain to the song?
Right.
Because when it doesn't pertain to the song, then it's just like, what was the point of this? Like, it could be completely unrelated. Like, let's say there's like a super like, you know, chill song, but the music video is like absolutely chaotic. Like those
That's
things
right.
just don't go together. So it's like, how
Yeah.
does this pertain to the music video? Because I thought these were supposed to complement each other, you know?
Yeah, I feel that. Because, the question we wanted to pose is, through our opinion on music videos, can a video enhance a song, or can it ruin its vibe for you?
I can say both, honestly.
Because, like you said, a song can have one vibe and kind of just an idea
Yeah.
for what the whole song is built
Yeah.
on. But then the visual aspect of it gives off a completely different idea
Yeah.
of what the song's trying to
Mhm.
say. I do think it's true. Like classic 80s and 90s videos, they were very much so just grounded in expressing the vibe of the song.
Yeah, and I mean, granted, like I said, I haven't seen a lot of music videos in general, but like I feel like videos back then, yeah, it was mostly just like, it was either just the band rocking out, or it was just
Telling the story.
telling the story of the song,
Of the
which
song.
makes sense because I mean, what else would you do with a music video, So
But yeah, I think nowadays, we could come up with specific examples as we keep
yeah.
going. But
because like there's been times where there's been a song that I really like,
you're like, I'll check out the music
and then
video.
and then I either check out the music video or I see a screenshot of the music video, and I'm just like, what the heck is going on here? Like,
Yeah.
how are these two the same thing at all? And it's not that, not every time does it ruin the whole song, but it's just like, well, great. Now every time I hear the song, I'm gonna think of
You're
this
gonna
bad music
Think
video.
of this really weird music video.
Yeah.
When in reality, the song's like really great.
Yeah, the song can be fine, but now you have this bad taste in your mouth from this this random weird music video. So
That's right. Yeah, because that's something that the music artist needs to think. Like, this is the image that is being attached to their music that people are going to think of when they hear
Yeah.
it.
and
I mean, in a way, it could be just their way of gathering attention,
yeah.
or making headlines, getting the most views online.
Yeah.
People are like, "Did you hear about that weird music video by that artist? You should go check it out."
Yeah. And like I won't say which one, but there was a song that I liked, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. And
I think I
so
already do. Yeah.
the song was completely unrelated to the music video. So there's a song, but then the music video, it was just the two main artists, and it was about like vampires,
But it's
But
like,
but keep
yeah.
in mind, the song in no way was even remotely about vampires. But it was this music video. They were just like, I don't know. I don't even remember. They were just walking around. It was like a spooky house, and there was vampires.
You're
and
like,
they were
this is not a spooky song.
And I was like, yeah, one, it's not a scary song. It's not about vampires or monsters. So I was like, where did this even come from? And then for like, not so much anymore, but for months after that, every time I heard the song, it was like, oh, there's that music video again in my head. And I
Yeah.
was just like, what was the point of this? And it was like, and that song wasn't even like a huge, like, I wouldn't even say that song was like a huge hit. So it was like, it's not like the music video was the point of just getting, public attraction. It was just there. And I was like, what was the point of this?
Yeah,
But-
that definitely makes sense, and I could feel where you're coming
Yeah.
from. But in a way of, a music video, like, kind of creepy that works is like, Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Yeah. And see, that works out. Yeah.
It's a kind, the song is called Thriller. It's supposed to be kind of a little
eerie, a little
eerie,
tense.
spooky song, and
Yeah.
so you got monsters and
Yeah.
stuff dancing in the video, which
Yeah.
that works effectively.
I think that's those two I feel like go together,
Hmm.
But yeah, there's just some that don't, and then it really just shows that they're nothing alike, So
It was either they were trying to grab attention, or it was just honestly a bad creative idea.
yeah, I was just like, where did this come from?
Yeah.
So
Sometimes, yeah, like you said, it's not like either of us really jump at the chance to see a new music video,
No.
unless either, yeah, we like the song a lot, or we hear that it's a cool one.
yeah, like it's been like months, and like I'd say probably not like 6+ months since I have even watched a music video.
Yeah.
Well, because it's like, I mean, obviously music comes out every week, but it's like I just don't have any interest in music videos, So
Yeah, even for like my favorite artists.
Oh yeah, especially There's
especially for favorites.
even for my favorite artists, I really have no interest in the music video. And you'd be like, oh, but you're not supporting. No, it's like I don't know. I just don't. I will listen to the music, and will I enjoy it? Probably. But there's just not anything in me that's like, oh yeah, new music. All right, let's go see that new music video.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like, I mean, it's kind of thing that you just see once, and that's like, okay, you're not gonna play the music video every time you want to listen to that song,
Yes.
Which is why I think, okay, this is a good segue point. It's not in the outline, but I was thinking about it.
Okay.
I think this is a good transition because I think that the little Spotify music shorts that it shows on your phone is like the next generation of music videos.
Yeah, that's one of the coolest features they've done in a while.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
for those who aren't familiar, on Spotify, whenever you're playing a song, well, it really depends on the song. Mostly a lot of newer songs, especially.
songs, yeah.
Instead of just showing like the square album art for the song, it'll take your whole screen when you're on the song on Spotify. It won't do it if your phone's locked, but if you have the Spotify app open with the song up, some songs it will have this like maybe at most like 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's just a loop of a
It's a
video.
10-second like clip of whatever the artist wants to put, and it's just on loop through the whole song. So
Whether it could be from a music video, or
Yeah.
it's just some sort of promotional material.
yeah,
that
whether
they
it's
shot
from their
for
music
it.
video, whether it's some other art that they're promoting for the song, or something other promotional, they can put it there, and I think they're really cool.
I think that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of times it'll just be like some scenery, maybe with like some lyrics in the background, or maybe it is just a couple second clip from music video. But I think they look really good,
Yeah.
and it adds a really nice touch to Spotify. I think it was a great feature.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. When it comes to companies who know how to make great additions to their app, it's Spotify. Like, they actually make useful additions to their
Even
app.
when I doubt them and I don't know about this feature, I end up liking it.
Even when
anyway.
they change something, we ended up liking it.
Yeah, like when they changed the library layout.
Yeah.
At first I was like, Spotify, I don't know, but I like it now.
But now it's pretty easy to
Yeah, because
find
now
the
you can like
categories.
categorize like I want to look at playlists, but now I want to look at only downloaded playlists, and
Yeah.
then it's like you have the little filter tabs up top. And it's
You
like,
even have a spot for podcasts.
exactly where you can listen to us. What? Okay. But yeah, back to the other point.
Oh, yeah, great point.
I think those are really good because it really now that makes sense if you were to see that and then you're like, well, I want to see more. Then you could check out the full music video.
Right.
You could be like, well, this clip looks interesting. What else is there to see?
Mhm.
So
Yeah. And obviously, we know some albums and artists have a very specific style, whether for their persona or for their album. Like, for Weekends After Hours, there's a very
Yeah.
specific style there.
Yeah.
And the music videos show that.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
though I still haven't seen all of those.
no, I
but
haven't either.
We still know, the whole Blinding Lights persona. so-
Exactly. Yep.
and that's shown through
Mhm.
the music videos, which is a positive way of promoting your music in video.
Yes.
So we may sound critical. I'm totally not anti music video. I'm just very pick and choose over which ones we watch.
Yeah, yeah. We're not anti-music, like Justin said. It's just sometimes they don't always, I feel like, hit the point they're supposed to.
Correct. So, but once again, there is some types of music videos that I personally really like. I don't know how you feel about
No,
them.
the ones that you have down, I also really like.
I really like ones, they're not just traditionally actual
Live action.
live action video shoots. I like either like very dynamic motion graphic lyric videos or like
those are always good.
or animated music videos.
Because I feel like those are like, obviously, an artist can put a lot of time into choreographing a music video and directing it and doing all this other stuff. But I almost feel like there's so much more like creativity and like you can really see like passion in it when it's like animated. Because I mean, you can do anything when it's animated, so you can really see them like put their full vision into it.
And obviously, for just the outlet of animation, we already have a great appreciation.
We
for
really
that.
do. So,
and I already have an appreciation for visually creative things in general
Yeah.
that aren't live action. And when I say lyric videos, it's not looking like just some like subtitle
no,
video
I think
that's
it's
reading
cool when
it,
it has like scenery, but then like it's like moving and shifting and like
When
when the words are like
animated lyrics,
like
and,
popping up when it's being said in the song and like
Right.
shaking and
You got
moving and
colors
flashing
and shapes
yeah, and doing all this other crazy stuff.
right.
So
One of my favorite lyric videos is for Imagine Dragons'
Yeah.
"Natural."
I'm yeah, I remember.
I don't know if you've seen it, but for their song "Natural," they have a animated motion graphic lyric video that it shows the lyrics, but it also has all of these graphics and little caricatures of, because it kind of tells a story. Like it has almost kind of like this forest Red Riding Hood vibe, and there's like wolves, and then it shows other characters going through scenes and in the forest, and it's really cool. And I just think that's a really interesting dynamic way to display that.
For sure.
Whereas I mean, sure, could you make a cool live action shot of something happening in the woods? Why not?
You
Sure.
could,
but
like this
it's
is
just
different.
It's just the creative style that I like.
Yeah.
You got any examples of those that you can think of and that you like?
Not that I can think of that are like lyrical videos.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Just
That's the one that popped out.
I'm just thinking about the animated music videos that we both like that aren't lyrical videos.
Yeah, we have a few animated ones down. What's your favorite animated music video?
I mean, realistically, it's probably the Feels Like Summer video.
It's such a vibe.
Yeah. Feels Like Summer by Childish Gambino. The music video that we have seen for that one is so well done because
it's really simple, but
it literally, what I was saying earlier, it goes hand in hand with the song. That is a very relaxing and just like chill, like vibe out song. The song, it's literally called Feels Like Summer. So the whole song is just talking about, having this great feeling, it's summertime, like, who doesn't love just the summertime? And it's this video of, him animated, and he's just like
vibing down the street
he's just
or whatever.
going through his, going through his day, just like, I think does he have like headphones on, and he's just like vibing, like kind of like dancing
around
down the street in the neighborhood. And it's
he's
like
saying hi to all his friends.
Yeah, and it's summer, so it feels like summer,
Yeah.
And it's just such a good music video.
Yeah,
and the animation style's cool.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. That's probably one of the best ones of recent years.
I actually loved it so much. I had contemplated buying like an art print of a screenshot from that music video.
Oh,
I remember I was telling you
think
about
you showed
that.
me that.
I still kind of want to get that.
Yeah, it's just such a cool art style.
And like it's very colorful, and so.
Yeah, for sure. And the other one I put down, I don't know if you've actually seen it. Have you seen the music video for the Save Your Tears?
I haven't seen the full video, but I saw like the snippet that The Weeknd posted on his Instagram when it came out.
Yeah, I went and watched it. I was like, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because for Save Your Tears, the Ariana Grande remix.
Yes.
It's
Not
similar.
only is it a great song.
Yeah. Similar art style to the Feels Like Summer one, I think. And it's kind of like, even though obviously it tells kind of a sub story compared to the music video, I just think it's a cool looking idea.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a So it's colorful and stylized
Because
characters.
there's lots of like, isn't like lots of like red and pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's something like, you got the Weeknd's character, and
Mm-hmm.
like he's like, I don't know if he's he's like Ariana Grande is like being built as a robot.
Yeah,
or something.
I saw that. Yeah.
It may sound weird, and it might even appear to be weird, but it's just really really cool.
It's yeah.
And by the end, I think at the end she comes together and they're singing.
They're singing. Yeah.
So
Anyway, it just looked like a cool video. Animated well. Cool idea.
now, if that was real video, that would just be kind of weird.
It'd just be weird. Yeah.
Yeah, that's some cool like alternate idea music videos.
Yeah, for sure. So.
Yeah, unless you can think of any other ones, those are.
Yeah, no, I think that's all the music videos I can think of.
Those were pretty much all the highlights.
Like I said, we don't. I mean, there's other ones, but it's just like I feel like they're just irrelevant.
Yeah.
Like old ones.
Like we could touch on so many different ideas of
Yeah.
every genre of music video and
Yeah.
music style, but I think it's really hit or miss on most.
It really is. I do think so. Even from the best artists.
Yeah, for real. Sometimes it's really, they're like, this was a great idea to showcase it, or it just didn't work out.
Even if you are like, a top tier artist of that year, and everyone loved your album of music, that doesn't mean you're gonna have flawless music videos. You could still have weird or bad music videos, even though the music may be great. So
Correct. So yeah, I definitely endorse checking out some of these ones we mentioned.
Yes.
There's probably some that are of equal quality that we didn't mention.
That we don't know of.
Yeah.
So.
So yeah. With more music in mind, what do you want to talk about next? Do you want to maybe touch on some best music of the year, or about our awards discussion?
Let's do awards first, then we can do the last two.
Yeah, that works. So we're gonna have a
little bit of a heated, opinionated segment.
Yeah.
About music awards.
So, every year there is the Grammys.
More like the scammies.
We're just here to say that, low key, the Grammys suck.
The
and
Grammys
here's
do
why.
suck, okay? For everybody. For every artist.
Nowadays, there's, this is the premier music awards show.
Yeah.
Like, there's the MTV Awards, and there's, like, the People's Choice or whatever.
And then there's, like, the Country Music Awards. Yeah. But this is, like, everything.
This is everything. So, you would think that they would have a high standard of actually giving,
good results
to this, but past few years,
whack.
Shows absolutely sucked.
Absolutely sucked.
And it's not even worth watching anymore.
No, like, I remember we watched it a few years ago, and we were watching, we were just like, what is, like, it was just
such a
joke.
One,
it was boring, because it was just like, here's this, and here's this, and it was just like, yeah, and it was just a joke, because it was like, and it's not just because our favorite artists didn't win, or our favorite songs.
It's not just because
it's not, we're not just salty or butthurt for other reasons.
Yeah.
But.
Because, it should be genuinely either which artists were the most popular this year, or genuinely had, like, quality music.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, I don't know exactly how they reached their conclusions.
And it's not just us. Like, I always see, stuff online, whether before or, during or after the Grammys, everyone's like, talking about, how they're disappointed in the results, about the, or just the Grammys themselves. And so.
Sure, you can't please everybody,
no.
But it needs to be something.
But you should please somebody at least.
The general population should agree with what you're saying. Yeah. Yes, these people deserve awards.
I mean, I feel like if certain artists or certain albums and songs are the number one in the nation, most of the nation should agree with your picks if those are the ones that win.
When it's usually just, we're nominating and awarding this person to make a statement.
Or our board of directors thought this was a good song, so it's going to win, no matter what you think.
Even though either no one likes this person or even knows who it is.
Yeah.
But yeah. But it's honestly nowadays the same case with any award show.
Yeah.
The Oscars are full of snubs.
Yeah. Award shows honestly just aren't the same they used to be. Yeah. Oscars are a different story.
Oscars are even worse sometimes.
Honestly, they probably are worse.
What's the
The Golden Globes?
Yeah, there's the Golden Globes. That's the TV show awards,
I'm pretty
right?
sure, yeah. I could be wrong.
Even the Game Awards. I mean,
Even the Game Awards is scuffed. Come on. Like, this year's is going to be so biffed. That's besides the point.
Yeah, that's besides the point. But, well, we came with some Grammys receipts. So
we came with some receipts.
Why don't you talk about that?
Okay. So, not that I am particularly invested in the Grammys, or anything. But, oh, wait, let me open my my tab back up. Hold up. But, when there's big upsets at the Grammys, obviously you're going to hear about them, and obviously people are going to care. Okay?
Right. Yep.
So
we got two very distinct circumstances to expose them.
Which one do you want to talk about first? The older one or the newer one first?
Let's talk about the older one
Okay.
first.
So, let's rewind the clock all the way back to the year 2018.
Yeah.
Okay?
Pretty peak year.
Pretty peak year for music. Obviously, there was a lot of good music that came out that year, Lots of artists dropped a lot of albums, a lot of songs. It was just kind of a big year for music in general.
So we're like, wow, how's this
across the genres?
How's this going to end up?
And now there could be other ones that I'm missing, but I'm only going to focus on one genre. Not because, it's my favorite, Justin's favorite, only because this was probably the biggest upset of that year.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it happened to be in the rap category. Now, obviously, oh wait, I'm in the wrong year. My bad. I'm in the 2018. Hold up.
Yeah, you got to be in the following.
Yeah.
year.
So even though it was 2018, the 2019 Grammys. Okay, here we go. So the thing that upsetted everyone that year, or at least most fans, was what won Best Rap Album. Okay. So, there was let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, there was 5 albums that came out that year that were nominated for Best Rap Album. Now, even though he hasn't had a great track record as of lately with recent occurrences, Travis Scott, who put out Astroworld in 2018, was nominated for Best Rap Album. And
one of the biggest albums.
One of the biggest, honestly,
of recent times.
Just because of the popularity and streaming numbers, it is probably one of the biggest hip hop rap albums to come out in the 2010s at least,
right.
So far. And everyone was raving about this album. It got super positive feedback, lots of, it was basically a humongous success,
Right.
There was the original Astroworld tour, which was successful, not like the latest one, but which was successful and did all this, and it made tons of money, okay,
Mm-hmm.
And everyone loved it and still does. But another artist, Cardi B, also...
Was this her debut album?
I think this was her debut. I could be wrong. I'm not a Cardi B fan, so don't quote me on this. I think this was her debut album called Invasion of Privacy. That beat out Astroworld at the 2019 Grammys. People were losing their minds.
That's just
okay?
wrong.
And now other people could have more stronger opinions. I'm not saying that Cardi B's album was bad. I don't know. I didn't listen to it. I'm not a huge fan of it. But I can at least say that Astroworld was better. But people were just absolutely losing their minds that this album that was praised worldwide by everyone was beat out by an album that was I'm pretty sure publicly it wasn't it was. I think it was just okay. Nobody ever really talks. I don't hear people talk about oh, that's one of my favorite albums, or one of my favorite songs on that album. Whenever I see people online, whether Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, somewhere that are talking about what are my favorite albums, so many times I always see Astroworld,
right,
and
yeah, it's
because and not only was it a successful release, but it was a very creative project. Lots of good production quality on there, and so people were just upset that all this work went into this album when something that wasn't as good beat it out.
And that brings up the question again: Who's making these decisions and why?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure if it was 100% audience decision, Astro would have won. But again, I'm not gonna get like too, well, not political, but I don't know what the right word is, but maybe they wanted to make Cardi B's debut album win to make the statement. I don't know.
That's
but
what it is.
We're
It's
not
a statement.
Yeah, but who knows? We'll never know. But basically, the 2019 Grammys reaction was pretty bad because of that one decision. And people, I still see people talking about it to this day. Because people have never recovered. They're like, we cannot believe you did this stuff.
And like you said, the same exact thing happens at the Oscars.
Yes, exactly.
An inferior project wins for no reason at all.
Okay, I know I said I didn't have an opinion, but I did listen to one song off Cardi B's album. Probably one of the worst songs I've ever heard in my entire life. Not even going to lie.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the subject.
And the Grammys' reputation has only been tarnished year to year.
It literally only gets worse every year. Justin, go ahead and tell us about last year's upset.
Let's see. I think I got it up. Okay. Fast forward to the 2020 releases.
Yes.
That were the Grammys was in March of this year, 2021.
Yes.
Obviously, regardless of what you like, one of the biggest songs and albums of 2020 was Weeknd's Blinding Lights.
Yeah. Now, I think arguably this is almost worse than the 2019 Grammy situation.
Once again, objectively, if something is popular, it almost surely should win an award.
Yeah, now we're not saying, oh, it's popular, so it must be the best thing. But if it's...
Not everything popular deserves to be praised.
But also, this song and album was unbelievably popular and still has... And I think it's still going and broke multiple records and was like one of the fastest like rising songs and
correct.
Like, I think in like music history.
The charts have been unprecedented for this song.
This song and album did things that music had never done ever.
So anyway,
you would think
unobjectively, it was one of the biggest things in music in recent years. And so, but for some reason, there might have been nominations, but I don't even think there was. Weeknd barely got nominated, let alone win anything at this year's Grammys.
Yeah, which was
right. I don't think he won a
single thing. Well, he came out on stage. Remember, we were watching it because we wanted to see.
No, we did watch it. I think he might have won like a People's Choice or something.
Yeah.
But
that's
reality,
not the biggest award though.
Everyone would have expected him to win Song of the Year.
Yeah, at least because I mean, Blinding Lights literally was I think the most streamed song of last year.
There was some sort of smaller award.
Yeah.
But then you would think I don't even think he was nominated for Song or Album of the Year,
which is unheard of.
Which the Album of the Year ended up going to Taylor Swift's Folklore, which of course obviously that was popular as well.
It was
so. And then to round out that beef, also because I think there was a little bit of aggression towards the Weeknd and being nominated.
See, and this is why the Grammys suck.
Once again, they're making it quote unquote political.
Because before Justin gets into it, it is they have never publicly said this, but everybody knows the reason why the Weeknd didn't win what he should have and what he deserved at the Grammys. And go ahead, Justin.
And it's because he turned down performing at the Grammys to perform at the Super Bowl.
Like, gee, I wonder what you would pick. Performing inside a building, and there was already it was a limited number of people in the building anyway. So you're either gonna do a show on the Grammys, which I mean a few million people are probably gonna watch the Grammys, or
tens of millions of people.
Or are you going to choose to play at arguably the biggest sporting event in the world?
Yeah.
And have probably one of the most the Super Bowl probably has one of the highest regular viewerships of anything.
The
streamed
Super Bowl
ever.
never has bad viewership. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
that's just,
I
that-
feel like it's a no-brainer to choose a Super Bowl performance over an award show.
and it was completely his choice.
Yeah, and
So-
he did an amazing Super Bowl halftime show.
Right. So that's just the producers at the Grammys being super petty.
So, and because they were like, "Grr, I can't believe you chose the better option over us," they basically unofficially snubbed him, and we're just like, "No, even if people want you, we're gonna change these votes a little bit, make sure you don't win."
Right. So that there is just our extended rant of why award shows are stupid.
Absolutely the worst. So
Yeah. That's all we got on that.
that's basically all we got. So
But to end on a positive music note, anything you want to say to wrap up this year in music and performance
well,
and music video?
we went to what about like some of the best, or like some of the biggest and best music that's come out this year?
You could talk about. I guess we can talk about the biggest projects, biggest disappointments, biggest music news.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? What should
we?
we cover?
I don't know if we already talked about. Did we already talk about Donda? Did we?
We kind of already talked about the Drake and Kanye beef.
Right. Well, not the beef, just Donda. You know what I'm saying?
Oh well, yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, obviously that was probably one of the most anticipated projects of the year. You know,
Yeah.
Donda came out. We had obviously CLB came out.
Was it?
Not gonna lie, it wasn't a great album.
I didn't even
I-
really listen to it. So
Don't waste your time. Oh, I said it. It's a waste of time. You can watch. You can listen to Scorpion and get the same exact experience. Okay?
Scorpions.
Scorpion was lit. It's a great.
was lit,
It's
yeah.
a pretty good album. Let's see.
Hopefully Travis can bounce back with Utopia soon.
I mean, I'd hope so because I want it. So, what else is there? Tyler the Creator, his new album "Call Me If You Get Lost" came out this year. It's pretty good.
Oh, we forgot to look at the Grammy nominations for this
Oh
year.
wait, I got them on my phone. Hold up.
That's what we were
we
gonna
were
do.
lacking. Okay.
Let's end it on that.
I got them here. Hold up. I gotta scroll through our. So I sent them to Justin on Instagram, and I gotta find them now.
Otherwise, obviously this year in music has not been as big as last year.
All right, I found them. All right. So I mean, realistically, okay. Now this is that what I'm about to say is definitely a controversial opinion. Okay.
Were these nominees for best
I'm
artist
looking at
or best album?
the 2022 Grammy nominations for Album of the Year.
Okay, do read them for us.
Okay, so we've got, these are all the ones that have been nominated. We've got Planet Her by Doja Cat.
Okay.
We've got, oh my gosh, I'm blanking. Sour by Olivia Rodrigo.
Okay.
Because it doesn't say on her album, so I totally forgot what it was called. Anyway, we've got Billie Eilish, Happier Than Ever. We've got Justice by Justin Bieber. We've got Montero by Lil Nas. We've got Donda by Kanye. The Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga collab album, Love for Sale.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it real. I don't even know who this is. John Batiste. Gonna be honest, don't know who that is. I don't know what this album's called. We've got one of however many re-released Taylor albums. I'm sorry, I had to say it.
Why is it that all of these albums don't have the titles on them?
Exactly.
Is that the new trend
No,
now?
the only one that had that was Lady Gaga's album.
The new trend
and Justin Bieber.
The new trend is if you don't know what this is called, that's your problem.
Or because or if they're on it, the text is small. Like on Planet Her and Happier Than Ever, Justice is big. But
It's all about showing off their faces.
And then we've got a album by the artist Her.
Okay.
So those are the album nominations this year. Notice how CLB didn't even get nominated. Okay, I gotta stop the CLB slander.
But Donda did.
But Donda did. You know why? Because it's a better album, and I stand by that. Okay.
So completely non-objectively.
Okay.
To your opinion.
What I'm about to say is completely unbiased, no matter what I think of this artist, person, or music.
No, but which of those do you think? Which of those couple at least should be considered for best album.
The albums that I think should be considered for album of the year, okay,
Okay.
are realistically 2
Yeah.
out of those. One of these 2, actually, no. Realistically, okay, you know what? I was going to say, okay. Personally, I think that Sour by Olivia Rodrigo is going to win album of the year.
That makes
okay?
sense. Yes.
Now, I'm putting this out there. I did not listen to this album.
I've only heard a couple
not
songs.
because I dislike Olivia Rodrigo or her music. It's just not my cup of tea, and that's okay. But just because of how popular and how crazy, like her music rose to the top,
Yeah.
is insane.
It's had an
And
impact.
there was so much positive reception that I truly think that hers is going to win album of the year.
And it should.
And it should. Because it's something new and it's something that the people obviously like.
Rather than just...
I actually saw... What? Rather than what?
I mean, to be honest, I think that would be a much more agreeable than, just letting another Taylor or Bieber album winning. So
Especially if it's a re-released album. Okay, anyway. Plus, I actually saw at another award show for music, she already won album of the year from that award show.
Okay, that's cool.
So I feel like it's the eggs are in her basket in this situation.
There we go.
So, but realistically, I mean, I don't know. I also feel like, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I know everyone like raves about Billie Eilish, and there was.
I haven't even really heard
I'm gonna
anything
be honest.
about
her album came out. I didn't hear anything about it. Like, I mean, I didn't listen to it, but I feel like I'm pretty like in tune with like the music community, and I just didn't hear anybody talking about it. I'm not saying it's bad, but I just feel like there wasn't like as much, craziness, I guess, and like raving about it.
True.
As like her previous ones,
No, yeah, I definitely feel that. Well,
and same thing with like Justin Bieber's album. It's just I didn't hear much about that.
I just heard about Peaches. But
I heard about Peaches in Georgia. That's about it. Other than that, I mean, I won't say anything more about this album.
No.
And then, I mean, like, it would be funny if Donda won.
I don't think it should.
I don't think it will, and I don't think it should.
It made enough of a statement that it doesn't.
Being what it was. Now, it's public knowledge. I liked Donda.
It was actually not.
I really enjoyed it, and there's no cap in this statement. Okay?
Yeah, man.
But yeah. Other than that, I mean, now, okay, I don't think this one will win, but I just know this one was also very popular amongst the people. But Doja Cat's album, again, I didn't listen to this, but I just see the songs everywhere, so I feel like I don't think it'll win though, but I feel like it would definitely be like in the top 3 that could win. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
yeah, I feel ya. So you heard it here first. These are our thoughts on the Grammys and nominations and all. So if you got outstanding thoughts, let us know your hot takes about this year's Grammys or even past ones.
Yeah. What has been your album of this year? Or what do you think should win album of the year?
Right. Well, that was a nice recap of music and a eye-opening discussion on our views on music videos.
Exactly.
Because, like we said, most people just embrace music videos as the extension of a song, when really you got to examine its true worth.
Its core. What are you doing here?
And its core. What is its purpose in life? Right. So, well, that's it for this week's music discussion. Thanks very much for listening. You can continue to listen to future and past episodes of this podcast on Spotify and on YouTube and anywhere else you get podcasts. You want to keep updated with us, check us out on Instagram and Twitter. You can get updates on the show. You got a comment?
I just wanted to say, if you haven't seen it already, Spotify Wrapped is out.
Right.
So go check yours. go do it. But we also just want to say a special thank you to all the fans because
Oh yeah.
obviously because we here, Fresh Squeeze, the podcast, we also got our own special Spotify Wrapped for the podcast, and we said we put out our first episode back February 2nd. So I mean that's in 2 months. That'll be like a 1 year anniversary. We might have to do something special.
Yeah.
But we just want to say and give and just say thank you to all the continuous anyone who's been listening, who's been following along with us every week, whether you've listened to every episode or you haven't. We still appreciate you, and we hope you keep doing so.
Yeah, it's all about even if it's a small community, it's all about listenership.
Tight knit. I think we had like 1,700 minutes of podcast. There's almost 2,000 minutes of Fresh Squeeze content.
Yeah, and that's and the year isn't even over yet.
And we're not even over yet.
So maybe we'll post some of those results on our Instagram. So check that out, and you can see how you have supported the show. So thanks again for listening, and we'll be back again next week for some more material to discuss.